We be live. Hi, everyone. Make sure you like the stream. We have some interesting footage from Gaza that we're going to go over. Make sure you give me your opinions in the chat. I'm going to be looking at some of them at some point, and also I will be reading super chats if there are any. But let's just look at this because I have a couple of new videos that I want to go over with you guys, which actually confirms many of the discussions that we have had before. But let's just try to be as objective and honest as we can. And again, I want you guys to hold me responsible in the chat. If you think that I am being too biased or I'm too one-sided, you could challenge me in the chat. I'll listen to let me know how my audio is. Make sure you like the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I see you guys in the chat. Okay, so let's just look at this one, and then we're going to evaluate them and see what we think about them, because it's not just one. There's a couple of videos that kind of most of them seem to be suggesting the same trend that we have been covering. Again, a lot of people try to deny the fact that there do exist. I'm not talking percentages, but people in Gaza that are, don't have the views that a lot of people think that they would. But let me actually, again, I'm not generalizing, but they do exist. All right, so let's look at this first one. Actually, let me first read the caption so we have some context. So it says, man praises Trump and the IDF on the way to get food. Reporters' reaction is priceless. So let's watch this together. Hi, guys. I see you guys in the chat. Let me actually take a look at this one. Wait, I need to read the caption. There's hold on. So, hello, sir. Where are you going? By Allah, going to get some aid, guys. Again, let me know if there's any added commentary I need to add. I know a lot of you guys might have seen these things already, so this is a group project, so I'm give me some your opinions about what we're seeing here. Okay, so this is in Gaza. This is when they're handing out aid. Oh, the context says, by the way, guys, Israel is trying to work with a U.S. organization to hand over the aid because the UN institutions there cannot be trusted because they're working with Hamas. And that's why now you see these Americans there trying to hand out food, this American organization that Israel allows to get in. Basically, Israel is cooperating with them to get the food into the hands of Gazans so that Hamas doesn't take advantage of that. So this is what's happening. By Allah, going to get some food, some aid. Okay, aren't you afraid? The reporter is asking. Now the Gazan man is saying, but we want to eat. Yes, we want to eat. Bravo, Trump. Bravo, Trump. Let me actually listen to what he's saying. And Israeli IDF forces. Again, I need to make sure that this is not being misrepresented. So help me out here. And we want to be skeptical here. Say, bravo, Trump and the Israeli Defense Force. Okay, great. Yes, thank you. Allah give you health. Goodbye. Okay, so the people, meaning the hunger, meaning, okay, maybe it's forced. What the hell? Maybe it's forced these people to speak this way, considering what the hell? Where is this from? Where is this reporter from? Oh, Amir is here. Amir, thank you for being here. And I understand these people. I understand them. Maybe these people couldn't find food and no shelter and nothing. Wait, what the hell? How is he forced? It's a random person that you found. Like this is a Jewish conspiracy theory. Like that Mossad knew exactly the person that you're going to randomly pick among all these people, and they knew ahead of time which one you're going to pick, and they went and threatened his family that if this reporter, like, have they threatened every single one of those people there, that if a reporter happens to, like, is that, what do you mean force? Like, does the IDF has this much control over every single person in Gaza that every single one of them knows that if a reporter is basically holding him aside, this is the answer that they need to give? I mean, if IDF has this much control over what Gazans are saying to reporters, I mean, how do we even have Hamas then in Gaza? What the hell? What kind of a justification is that? And oh yeah, angry keyboard warrior saying Israel planted computer chips in their brain when they got their aid. It's obvious. What a way to cope. Oh yeah, Amir is saying don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, guys, please don't forget to like the stream. What a pathetic way of trying to try to change the what's happening here. The guy, you just picked a random guy and is like, oh yeah, thank you Trump, thank you idea for the food. And like, oh, they're forced to say this. Forced by who? I mean, guys, I know Israel is pretty impressive and they're pretty technologically advanced and they're pretty entrepreneurial, but they don't have this much control over people. What are you talking about? What the oh my god. Let me actually see if let me look at the comments to see if anybody said anything. Okay, so there's no community note. Okay, so I think it's safe to show the comments here. There is 4,600 likes, 1,000 retweets. Anna here, let me actually like this. Anna is saying being forced, the mental gymnastics. Yeah, exactly. What does he think? We could predict who will be interviewed and force him, or we somehow we're gonna signal him out of all the people taking aid, and we'll do what to for what are we gonna do to him? Force him to leave? What? And then this guy is saying proof that there is no real journalists in Gaza. No wonder Gazans are so angry with Al Jazeera. They know that the Qatar-based medium never tells the truth about Gazans who are against Hamas. I mean, yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is a representation of, again, I don't want to be that guy that says like, oh, mainstream media, but this is mainstream media. Like the guy had to like just report what's happening. What the hell are you doing? Why do you have to change? I mean, this is happening more and more from Gaza. People in Gaza saying the narratives that the press doesn't like, the press in Gaza doesn't like. And right now they're trying to like, he was forced. I'm pretty sure the IDF right as we speak, the IDF has this specific person right here at gunpoint at his home, and they're watching us live, and his family would be eliminated if he just said anything else. That's exactly what's happening. Unbelievable. Insane. Freaking hell. I don't know. There's no winning with these people. You shouldn't even try. I mean, the whole everything I'm saying is suggesting that Gazans are dying. It's the greatest famine of all time in the history of mankind. And then what we're seeing is Israel doing everything in its power to try to get this food to the hands of Gazans without actually helping Hamas, and Hamas doing everything in its power to try to make sure that this food actually gets to Hamas instead of Gaza. Oh, I got a super chat by Dr. Tong saying Shabbat Shalom, Armin. I gotta go. Shabbat is starting. I'm an atheist, but I'm I'm an orthodox atheist. Wow, that's fantastic. You do you. By the way, I really like that. I like the as an atheist. I like atheists who continue continuing the tradition and rituals of their former religion or the culture, because there's nothing wrong with rituals and culture. It's the belief that we have an issue with. So if you enjoy the ritual and the culture and the community, don't give up on that just because you're an atheist, right? I always tell people not to be religious with their atheism. There's nothing wrong having fun with your religious and traditional background, okay, whatever you enjoy. So and also thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying tradition doesn't necessarily need belief. Exactly. And again, these traditions have been with us for thousands of years. They must have some utility. It's the belief that is sometimes the problem. Anyways, let's look at this next video, which is kind of similar. Again, guys, you don't see a lot of these in other places. Right now, when you go to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you get a wave of Israel committing the most heinous crimes in the history of mankind. upon the best people in the world. This is what the narrative you're getting. So to push back against this narrative, please make sure you like the stream, and also please share this stream, and also subscribe so you get more of this. Let me actually look at this video. What does this one say? EL is saying, breaking: a Palestinian who just picked up food from a GHF location. Guys, this GHF location, I think that is the Gazan Humanitarian Foundation, I'm assuming. And this is the American institution. Yes, it is. Yeah, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Yes, this is the one that everybody, that Israel is like, yeah, this is what we're going to be using to get food to Hamas. No, not to Hamas, not to Hamas, to Gazans, right? This is it, the Gazan Humanitarian Foundation. Hold on, let me fix something really quickly. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah, look at this. This is the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, is an American organization. I think this is the one that Israel is trusting, not the UN ones, not UNRWA, not any of the UN ones, because they are working with Hamas. This is the one Israel trusts. And again, I want people to see this, because there's some people in the chat sometimes who are who are constantly saying like, oh, F them, F the people in Gaza, we're pro-Israel. I'm like, Israel is trying to get food in the hands of people in Gaza. Like, people are like, sometimes people in the chat are like, oh, we're pro-Israel, and therefore let the people in Gaza die. And like, do you understand that the official position of the state of Israel is to try to save the civilians in Gaza? You're supporting Israel, and you're basically standing in opposition to the position of Israel. Like, I think some of the people who are pro-Israel are actually believing the narrative of the anti-Israeli media out there, that Israel is actually trying to starve these people. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, if that's what Israel is doing, that's a good thing. And I'm like, you're believing a lie. Israel is not starving these people. Israel is actually trying to feed them. Israel is only trying to make sure Hamas doesn't get the food. So stop, you so-called pro-Israeli people, stop spreading Hamas propaganda, okay? This is not the position of Israel. If you want to actually support the position of Israel, then support what they're doing, which is trying to work with trustworthy organizations. I mean, this organization maybe doesn't have as much experience, but they are at least not working with Hamas. Okay, that is the main point. So look at this. So this is GHF. For now, we realize whenever we say GHF, let's try to remember that. Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Okay, yeah, see? Flying Robot Duck in the chat, amazing. This is what the community that we're trying to build up here. Flying Robot Duck in the chat is saying we're pro-Israel, anti-Hamas, and pro the people of Gaza. That was so on point, because you know how so on point it was, because he didn't say Flying Double. Is this a male duck or a female duck? I'm saying he. Okay, he or she is saying we're pro the people of Gaza. You didn't say pro-Palestinian, okay? Because we are trying to avoid using the Palestinian identity, because the Palestinian name, the Palestinian cause, is a terrorist cause, right? So it's the people of Gaza. Here on this channel, we refuse to recognize the Palestinian identity, because there is no such thing as a Palestinian identity. Okay, these are the people of Gaza, right? So yeah, and we are pro the people of Gaza. But anyways, let's look at this. Hold on. Let me remove this. Okay, let's remove this star as well. So let's watch this. Breaking: a Palestinian who just picked up food from GHF location says Trump feeds us while Hamas starves us. God bless the Americans. Wow, they're giving us flour and food. Where is the media reporting on this exactly? I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm sure. Here's the thing. To be fair, I'm sure there is some media somewhere reporting this, but it's not the dominant narrative. That's a more accurate way of describing this. So let's watch this. Look, he's saying we don't need to show ID or do an iris scan. All of Gaza has come to get aid. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, how can we tell if you're Hamas or not? Okay, people are taking $2 or $3. Hamas. Oh, look at this guy. He's like, Hamas doesn't want you. Hamas doesn't want you to go to the Americans. Oh, so Hamas is telling these Gazans, don't go to the Americans. Bless the Americans, guys. Look at this. This person in Gaza is saying, bless the Americans. They're giving us flour and fruit. Oh, Osama Hamdan. Is this the new leader? I can't keep track anymore. Israel keeps eliminating these people. Okay, Osama Hamdan. Who? Like, let's actually this Osama Hamdan. Osama Hamdan. Osama Hamdan is a Palestinian diplomat, senior representative of Hamas in Lebanon and Tehran. Okay, so let's remember that name. Osama Hamdan is in Qatar, well-fed, sleeping under air conditioners with his wives and children. He tells us no one should go, while forcing us to be steadfast. What steadfastness? Come take a look at the people. They're hungry. A message from so this guy. It's interesting because this is quite often the case when they're filming people in Gaza. There are usually, quite often you see this really frustrated person from Gaza that has so much that they want to say to the camera, and they're so eager to come in front of a camera and say something, and it's usually not the narrative that they tell you. So let's see what this guy. So apparently this guy saw a camera and he was like, "Yeah, I have something to say," jumping in front of the camera. Let's see. A message from the people to Hamas. Give it up. Give it up and go away. You have destroyed Gaza. Look at this, guys. He's not saying Israel destroyed Gaza. These people get it. He's saying you, Hamas, the destruction that he's saying in Gaza, he holds Hamas responsible for that. He gets it. Yeah, SB in the chat is putting a heart for this man. I think for this man, right? So let's switch this. Yeah, people from Israel in the chat are appreciating this man's take. Other people, yeah. For God's sakes, have some mercy on us. Oh, this guy is speaking English, saying thank you, Trump. Hamas, we have arrived. You know why he's saying Hamas, we arrived? Because Hamas told them not to go there. Hamas told them not to go to the Americans for food. And this man is saying Hamas. Look at him. He's showing his face. Look at the defiance. People in Gaza used to not be this, Hamas is very scary, to be defiant against Hamas. In Gaza, it's not an easy thing to do. And I think one reason why people are feel more free to show their defiance against Hamas is because Israel has done a good job in paralyzing Hamas. So that's one reason. I mean, there's two factors, I think. One, Hamas is paralyzed. Two, these people don't have much more to lose. So it's hard to threaten people who don't have much more to lose. Right? So let's So that guy, by the way, I want to hear that guy who spoke English, because that guy made sure that he speaks English so people clearly understand that who he is giving credit to. Thank you, Trump. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for the message. I appreciate that. And this guy saying, Hamas, we have arrived. God bless Trump. Wow. I can't, guys, never have I imagined that I would be hearing messages like this from Gaza, like not hiding his face, looking at the camera and saying, God bless Trump, like the great Satan America is being blessed from Gaza. Oh, Amir putting in the chat is saying, make Gaza great again. MGGA. It doesn't make Gaza. Yeah, unfortunately, G doesn't work. Make Gaza. Yeah, make Gaza. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Make Gaza great again. Make Gaza Israeli again. How about that? Make Gaza Israeli again. Yes. Let's continue. God bless Trump. Trump. Oh, look at this. Trump feeds us while Hamas starves us. Take note, everybody. He wants everybody. Look at them. Look at him. He's showing his face. Is looking at the camera and he's saying, "Take note, everybody. Trump feeds us while Hamas starves us." Somebody send this to Trump. Trump should like this. Trump likes messages like these. So this should be retweeted by Trump, or posted on Truth Social or something. Somebody get Trump to amplify this. Trump feeds us while Hamas starves us. Take note, everybody. Wow. Amazing. Look at this. I don't know what you're saying. Sonny in the chat saying, what the F is this propaganda? Listen to their own government and society. Listen to their own government. The society there hates their government. I don't know what you're talking. Is Sonny, I don't know if Sonny is saying what I think she is saying, but that's an idiotic statement. Listen to their government and society. We are listening to their society. The society there hates the government. So why should we listen to their government? Oh, wait. Great Red Menace is saying, why are you saying Gaza and not Gaza, as activists say? I'm speaking English. So, we in Persian say Gaza. So, you guys, English says Gaza. In Iran, we say Gaza. So, when I do my Persian show, I say Gaza. So, because I'm speaking English, I say Gaza. But thank you, Great Red Menace. Oh, is that what you're trying to write there? Like the way that I just said it? Gaza. Is that the writing was trying to cause this pronunciation that I just said? Gaza. Because I do say Gaza on the Persian channel. But Gaza is English. But also, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. So let's continue. Hamas talks about resistance, weapons, and steadfast people. Oh, no, there's a comma there. I didn't see that. Hamas talks about resistance, weapons, and steadfast people. Yeah, basically telling people to continue to suffer. When they say steadfast people, means like people just suffer. Don't ask for anything more. This is how we live. This is our nature. This is who we are. We be Muslim, so we are supposed to suffer. And these people are like, yeah, how about we live? How about we live? These people want to live. These people don't want to suffer. These people don't want to die. And again, I know that they would disagree with me, but that's un-Islamic. The fact that these people in Gaza, they prefer life over death. They prefer peace over suffering. That is un-Islamic. And they unknowingly are being un-Islamic. And I appreciate that. But look at how people all over are going to the Americans to get food. Yes, look. So this is the reason why Hamas told them not to go there, because it looks really bad. So the reason why Hamas steals the food from the UN is it wants to be seen as, I'm giving you food, guys. I'm the one giving you food. You guys need this. This is why Hamas started as a charity before it became a militant group, because it needs for Hamas to be able to maintain control over Gaza. The people need to see it as a provider, as an entity that takes care of the people. And this is really bad for Hamas's propaganda in Gaza. When people line up to go get food from Americans, Hamas hates that, because people are like, oh, Americans are the ones who are giving us the food. Hamas is taking the food. Americans are giving the food. This is so bad for Hamas's image all around the world, for the resistance, for the Palestinian cause, that Hamas was telling people in Gaza, don't go get food from Americans. This makes us look bad. this makes us look bad. And people are like, like what? Like, no, we're gonna go get food. So and this guy is basically helping the anti Hamas narrative by saying, look, we're all here to get food from Americans. Look, and he's telling the camera, look at all these people coming getting food from America. Bless Trump, thank you, Trump. Saying, bless Trump, thank you, Trump. The one who feeds me, may God bless him. The one who feeds me is Trump. Trump is the person who feeds me. Wow.
Thank you, Trump.
This is very powerful. Oh, look, he says it. Oh, he says it in English because he wants people to make sure that people get this.
Thank you, Trump.
Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. He's saying it in English. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Trump.
Wait, hold on. He said here, say better than those from Hamas in Qatar who say, stay in your homes and don't cooperate with the Americans and the Israelis. So he's saying the Hamas is in Qatar, they're having a good life sitting there, and they're telling us don't cooperate with the Americans and Israelis, and they don't understand how hard our lives is over here. Yeah, people in the chat are saying, wow. Yeah, exactly. No, we will cooperate with them. We want to eat. If you come to feed me, then I wouldn't have to go to the Americans. But come feed me instead of doing nothing from Qatar. We're living in comfort. Yeah, somebody should make videos of the lifestyle of these people in Qatar and the hotels that they're living in and send that to the people in Gaza. That would be really good. And what is this guy saying? He's the new guy saying, what do you say to Osama Hamdan? Okay, this Osama Hamdan guy is important. We need to know this. Is this the next guy that is going to be eliminated by Mossad? Yeah, so unfortunately he's in Qatar, and Israel wouldn't do that in Qatar. Hey, Osama Hamdan, maybe take a trip to Iran. How about that? How about go visit Khamenei for a while? We'll see what happens when you're there. Oh, this guy. Oh, so the reporter was asking, what would you say to Osama Hamdan, which is apparently the main person in Hamas right now in Qatar? And this man is responding, maybe this is the guy, maybe Osama Hamdan is the guy who told these people not to go to the Americans. That's why they're asking, what would you say to him? And this guy is shouting in response. So let's listen to his response because he's shouting. I say, may God hold you and your children accountable. Why the children? Okay, the children. Okay, this guy is very passionate. And God willing, you'll experience what we have. Oh, this guy wasn't even asked, but he wants to put his comment in as well. So this guy is saying, we say, may God hold Hamas accountable. Wow. Basically saying, we hope God punishes Hamas. And saying, God willing, they'll experience what we have. That guy keep repeating. Oh, there's another person. What would you say to Osama Hamdan? To Osama Hamdan, I say, come be with us. Negotiate with US. Starve with us. Die with us. This is so powerful. Holy. Wow. I haven't watched this before. These are so powerful. Look at this. He's saying, we say to him, his son. We say to him, his son. Oh, okay. Maybe his son is also an adult. That's why they were saying his children. His son is responsible. We say to him, his son, Tahir al-Nunu. What a name. Tahir al-Nunu. And the rest of their leaders. Okay, what do you have to say to him? God hold them accountable. God give them a taste of what we have experienced. And this guy, so the reporter is asking this guy saying, tell us the details. It's interesting because it's not just a reporter going to people. There are people that I want it so bad to come to the camera. They have, like, when he's asking something from somebody, there's sometimes somebody else coming and like, hey, I want to tell you my anti-Hamas message as well. By the way, guys, I want people to appreciate that this pro-Israeli Zionist anti-Islamic channel is amplifying the voice of people in Gaza, something that people constantly tell us that we don't do. Like, oh, Armin, you're broadcasting the Israeli messages, but what about the messages of Gaza? And like, yeah, we're actually doing that more than you guys. We're actually listening to people of Gaza more than you guys. The pro-Palestinian cause is actually not listening to the people of Gaza. The Zionists are actually paying attention to what people in Gaza are saying more. we're doing that. Like, it's such interesting. Sometimes people who don't know this channel, what we do, like, and we're supporting Israel. There's somebody in the chat like, Armin, you don't care about the people in Gaza. I'm like, actually, you don't care about the people in Gaza. The pro-Palestinian cause doesn't care about the people in Gaza. We actually have covered them more than you have. And he's saying, okay, so the reporter asked for the details, and this guy is saying the details, we arrived and got nothing. Oh, this guy got nothing. We saw people getting 50 boxes and others didn't even get one. Okay, so this is not good. This is not good. That this organization was basically handing out foods to anybody coming in. I mean, I appreciate that they are not working with Hamas, like the UN, like UNRWA or other UN institutions or other groups there that have been there. But they were just handing out food to anybody that is coming without any ID check or any other check, and anybody could take whatever they wanted. That shows a lack of experience, I guess, because this guy has nothing, man. Like, other people took more, and now there's nothing left for this guy. It's not that, like, it's a good improvement that it's an American organization rather than a UN organization. But you need to be more organized with how much food everyone takes. This poor man needs some food. See, guys, it's not all positive. Like, I'm trying to be balanced here, okay? So we have to be fair. There needs to be a system here. Yeah, see, there was a guy at the beginning that was appreciating the fact that there's no system here. Like, oh, I love it here. I came here. There was no ID check, no written check, no nothing. And they just gave me food. This is fantastic. But it was fantastic for you because you showed up early. It's not fantastic for this guy because this guy has now nothing. Yeah, this guy's like, there needs to be a system. Yeah, okay. Fair criticism. And like, people are acting out of desperation and hunger. Was there an inspection process? Okay, yeah, this. They're like, no, there was no inspection process. Okay, so that's bad, because how can we tell that some of these people are not Hamas? Maybe one of those people that took 50 boxes, he took it to Hamas. There needs to be proper inspections. And this guy is saying the Americans were standing on the side. Okay, they just basically, it was just anybody to. What's your message to Osama Hamdan? So I appreciate this person. Who's this? The Center for Peace Communication, this organization doing this. I appreciate that they included the positive and negative. That's good. So let's see what is his message to Osama Hamdan and the negotiating team. Osama Hamdan, we want the war to stop. Those negotiating don't feel our pain. They're not here. They're eating lamb and kebabs. They don't feel for this hungry people. I hope you get to have kebab one day, sir. I hope you get to have your kebab. Okay, that's my message. That's my message. We want the war to stop. Yeah. Thank you, and may you be well. Oh, he's thanking the journalist. You know, he's thanking the journalist for basically amplifying his message. Look at this. In the middle of all this chaos, he also took time to thank the journalist. Look at this. Thank you, and may you be well. Oh, sweet man. I hope you're well too, sir. I hope you get some food. Somebody, Look, they, oh my God, look at this. They came with this wood thing to be able to put some food on it. They're leaving empty-handed. Oh, that is sad. That breaks my heart. Fuck. I wasn't ready for the feels. That is sad. I don't know. I'm sad now. Hey, okay, let's go to the. Let me actually, before we go to this next video, let me see some of your comments. And guys, thank you for the earlier super chats. But let me look at these two comments. Nick is saying, I don't know why the world is divided into two extremists right now. Extremists, right wing. There is no left. Left arm is a extreme. What is a extreme right wing Zionist supporting genocide of Palestinians, and there is an Islamic extremist. I think you're not very smart. I don't know what you're talking about. Zionists supporting genocide. Zionists are not supporting genocide, you idiot. Are you saying Zionists are supporting the elimination of the group that wants to do genocide? Hamas is trying to do genocide. The Zionists are stopping them. Yeah. I don't think you're very smart. I don't know. Maybe you just wrote it badly and I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. But if you're calling us extremists because we're supporting Israel, you're an idiot. We're actually right now we are supporting the people of Gaza. Maybe actually let's look at what we're. Maybe actually look at the show before you comment. Did I or if I misunderstood you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, start the people who write their English in a way that I could probably understand what they're trying to say, because this person was not very good at English, or maybe I'm not a good reader. That's also an option. Let me see. Dead Hand is saying, as a secularist liberal, you side with an extremist, religious, racist Israel. Dude, you just hate Islam and will side with anyone who is against Islam. That's your criteria. Okay, Dead Hand, I appreciate your English is good enough for me to know for sure that you're an idiot. Okay, all right. Israel is against Islam. You are so ignorant. In fact, Israel, one thing that I don't like, one criticism I have for Israel is that when I went to Israel, I saw Sharia courts funded by the government. That's actually a criticism I have for Israel. There's Sharia courts in Israel. In Israel, I hear the adhan more than in Tel Aviv, more than when in some Islamic countries. When I'm walking in Tel Aviv, I heard the azan in the background more than in some Islamic countries. So I don't know what you're talking about. It has 20% Muslim population that has more rights than the Jews in Israel. Israel has 20% Muslim population that has more rights than the Jewish Israeli citizens. What are you talking about? This is not an I mean, I am against Islam, but this is more of a anti-genocide position that we're having, which is anti-Hamas's genocidal position. You're an idiot, Dead Hand. You're not. You're like, you have no idea what's happening. You are very ignorant about the reality on the ground. In fact, if you think because my anti-Islam position will make me be anti-supporting Zionist because I'm anti-Islam, well, right now, as you can see, if you were smart enough, you will see that I'm actually supporting as an anti-Islamic activist. Right now, as we speak, I am supporting these Muslims. I as a Zionist, pro-Israeli, anti-Islamic activist, we have spent more time supporting Muslims. We're anti-Islam but pro-Muslim. We have spent more time supporting Muslims than the top 10 Islamic channels combined, because I'm pro-Muslim. I'm anti-Islam, but I'm pro-Muslims because Muslims are human and I'm pro-human. But you don't get that. This is you need to have an IQ above room temperature to be able to understand what I'm saying. So there's no hope for you. Also Gigi with the super chat here saying, oh, thank you Gigi for the super chat, saying my super chat about communist depravity was blocked. Oh, really? Why would that be blocked? Weird. I don't understand. But again, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. See, it's weird that people think that my anti-Israel, my pro-Israeli position, my pro-Zionist position, is because of my anti-Islam. We have spent so much time fighting for the rights of Muslims, even though we're aggressively anti-Islam. Like, you have no idea what we're about. We have no idea what we're about on this channel. Darko is saying people that keep hating Jews and Israel telling us we are the ones hating. Cool story, bro. Exactly, Darko. I appreciate. Yeah, exactly. And also the cat lady saying that. Oh, thank you so much, cat lady, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Saying the effects. Hamas has to sell the food for lower prices, and they can no longer use food as blackmail. Yeah, okay. So Hamas usually tries to sell the food for higher prices, but now because there's more food available in Gaza because of these Americans, they have to lower their prices, and it wouldn't be a good blackmail tool. Exactly, that's very on point, cat lady. And also saying aid is currency there, they lose control over the people. Very on point. That's a very good take. Good job, cat lady, and thank you for the super chat. Anyways, let's look at this video over here by WiseGuard saying Gazans. Okay, so yeah, this also suggests a lack of experience, I think, or also shows maybe a lack of experience, or also shows how difficult it is to manage the aid in Gaza. So I think this is the aid that was being provided by that Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. I think that's the same. It's the same situation. And recently there was a storming of the. Again, this is what happens when you don't have a system, and people at the back will realize that if they don't do something, they're not going to get any food. If you don't control who gets how much, then people are like, oh, what the hell? The people on the front are going to get all the food, and the people at the back are going to get nothing. So I have no choice for the sake of my child to storm this warehouse, or else there's going to be nothing left. So look at this. Wise guy is saying Gazans storming the Ghafari warehouse in Gaza and finding it full of. Oh no, this is another thing that is happening. This is the food that got in, but Hamas was holding on to. Okay, so now I understand what's happening here. I misunderstood what's happening here. So you know how for weeks they have been telling us that people in Gaza are going hungry and they're starving because Israel is not allowing the food in. So what this video is showing is that the food was in. Hamas was just holding the food in the warehouse and not delivering it to the people. So the people in Gaza just stormed to the warehouse. Now I understand what's happening. Okay, so Gazans storming the Ghafari warehouse in Gaza and finding it full with food and flour. Hamas opened fire and killed a couple of civilians. Holy crap. For trying to get food for their families. Hamas is hoarding food and selling it above market prices to finance their weapons, their weapon purchase. And again, this is why. This is why people don't understand how why Israel is very difficult for Israel to try to get the food in without actually funding Hamas. What is Yajuj Majuj in English? What are those people? What is it in English? Somebody can. It's in the Bible as well. So he's looking at all these people coming at the food, and he's comparing it to this Quranic and biblical story of these. Gog and Magog. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. It's saying Gog and Magog. Okay, so let's watch this. This is funny.
ياجوج وماجوج ماتوا من الجوع. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. ياجوج وماجوج. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل على كان السبب. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. ياجوج وماجوج.
I understand the Yajuj Majuj part, but I don't understand the rest because I speak Persian. I don't speak Arabic. If anybody understands the rest of what he's saying, let me know. Let me know in the chat if you speak Arabic. But guys, this is this videos like this. It's not just us saying this. Like this story of these warehouses were full of food. This is going to spread all over Gaza. Do you understand? Like, people in Gaza are not going to not notice that this food was here all this time that we were going hungry. The food was in Gaza, so Israel did allow the food in. The food was in Gaza. Hamas was just hoarding it. And this is the fact that people are going to notice that in Gaza. This is going to be very difficult for Hamas to be able to maintain its propaganda, right? Yeah, exactly. D with the fantastic take saying these videos are destroying the narrative. Exactly on point here. So this. I also saw this. By the way, here sometimes I criticize Israel for not having a good media arm, but it's getting better. And one thing I wanted to let you know, guys, that we have this account, Israel before C, which is Israel Persian, and they are communicating with the Iran. Let me see if the comment section, I can show the comment section. Yes, I can show the comment section because we have to be careful. So I really appreciate that Israel is constantly on all social media is putting content out there in Persian. And that part is becoming stronger because it used to focus on Hebrew, Arabic, and English, but they have become ever since October 7th and noticing how many Iranian people supported Israel, they have become a lot more active. Having Israeli soldiers or commanders that speak Persian come in front of the camera and constantly give Iranian people updates regarding what's happening, and they have this social media accounts in Persian, constantly updating the Iranian people about because they know that the Iranian people are constantly lied to by the government. And then we have but Israel is now directly talking to the Iranian people in Persian all the time. And a lot of Iranian people really appreciate this. Like, look at this. We've got 6,000 likes here. And this guy is basically asking. Oh, this guy is basically talking about, can you just please attack the place of living of Khamenei? Why are you waiting for the permission of the Americans? This Iranian is like, okay, cool video, bro. When are you going to eliminate the supreme leader? Why are you waiting for the permission of Americans? This guy has different priorities here. And this guy is saying, yeah, Ajuj و Majuj, لطف کنین هر کی عربی بلده بگه چی میگه تو این film. Okay, so this person is speaking Persian. He's saying Gog and Magog. Can somebody who speaks Arabic translate what the people are saying? Because these people are Iranians. They don't speak Arabic, right? They speak Persian. He's saying, can somebody who speaks Arabic translate what was said in the video? And then this guy is saying, اگر سر ما رو و یارانش در تهران به سرنوشت حسن نصرالله و فرماندهان حماس و حزب الله گرفتار کنید مطمئن باشید رفاه و آسایش بخواهیم. So again, this is another Iranian who is not commenting on the video and is just asking the Israelis to please behead the head of the snake in Tehran. So this Iranian is like, can you come basically eliminate our supreme leader? He's basically, can you do to the head of the snake what you did to Nasrallah and what you did to the other commanders of Hamas and Hezbollah? If you do that, there will be peace and prosperity in the Middle East. Is anybody Iranian commenting on the video, or everybody is just asking Israel to come and take out the supreme leader? Farhad saying, اینا یه مش دروغگوی و کثافتن، سالها ثروت کشورمون ریخته میشه تو حلق این حرومی. Okay, so this Iranian is very anti every single person in Gaza. So he's saying, okay, so this guy is saying these people of Gaza. Again, I do not agree with Farhad here. I'm just translating the messages of some of the views of Iranians here. He's saying these people, like meaning people in Gaza, these are some evil, dirty people. Again, not my words, his word. He's saying these people have for years the wealth of my country, meaning Iran, has been poured into their mouths, into the mouths of these bastards. So basically, he's referring to how it's the Iranian regime that takes the wealth of the Iranian people and spends it on the Palestinian cause in Gaza. And he says Farhad is basically frustrated and saying these people have been fed upon the wealth of my country, Iran. That's what he's saying. Is there any anti-Israeli comments here? I mean, so this one's saying حماس یک گروه تروریستی خاورمیانه است که مورد حمایت جمهوری اسلامی و چین و روسیه و کشورهای اروپایی هم همسنگ مظلومیت آنها رو بسیار حماس یک گروه که مورد حمایت جمهوری. Okay, so saying Hamas is a terrorist group in the Middle East, that is okay. So this is just anti-Hamas message. This person is giving a thumbs up. Oh, this person is like, we're getting close to the end of Hamas. This person is saying Muslim means lie, means deception. Okay, so this person is saying just Muslim means lie and deception. That's what this guy is saying. So you see, the Iranians here in the comments are just mostly, they're more extreme than even I am. Something. Catherine is saying bad رسانه‌های دروغ پراک. Oh, this finally we get a comment about the video. He's saying بعد رسانه‌های دروغ پراکن داخلی میگن انبار سازمان ملل. So this person is now talking about the lies of the mainstream media regarding what happened here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is too extreme. And he's asking the Israelis, then why don't you just bomb this area when you see them over there? Okay, look at this. Like, guys, this guy is, again, this is not a representation of many Iranians. This Iranian is asking the Israelis that if you see all these Gazans over here, why are you not just bombing the area? So again, we condemn violence here. This is anti this message. Again, Darko is saying, damn, yeah. You can see the level of frustration that a lot of Iranians have with this whole so-called Palestinian cause, right? But you can see the commentary here. Like the people in Iran, they are really frustrated. Again, the D is saying, yikes. Exactly. I do not endorse this message. I'm against that message. Right? So please do not. I hope you all here are against that message. I want the people in Gaza to be able to live in peace, security. We're anti-Hamas. We're not anti the people of Gaza. Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying too radical. Yeah. You went too far. Yo, guys, you went too far to the other side. Come back. But again, I understand. The thing is, I don't want to excuse it. I don't want to justify it, but I understand why this happens. The reason why this happens is because the Iranian people, this whole so-called Palestinian cause has been the main source of the suffering and the poverty of the Iranian people for decades. Right? A lot of Iranian people are noticing their wealth, their prosperity, their future being sacrificed for the sake of this imperialist agenda of their government in the Middle East, that with the excuse of the Palestinian cause. So they see the Palestinian cause as the source of all their suffering. So there's a lot of frustration there. But again, I do not accept that level of radicalization. I do not endorse it. I'm against the violence against the people of Gaza. When I'm explaining something and excusing something are two different things. I'm not excusing it. Right? Let's look at this one. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, Muhammad in the chat saying, hi Armin, please address Canadian anti-Semitic doctors' statements who returned from Gaza. Their voices are so detrimental. Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay, if I see it somewhere, I might make a video about it. Well, thank you for that recommendation. I'll keep an eye if I come across it. So here Arsen is saying, down with Hamas and high fives. So Again, this is another footage from this. Okay, so again, we're back to this whole Gazan Humanitarian Foundation. So this guy is showing some footage saying incredible footage from the distribution aid by Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And people there are basically giving high fives and saying down with Hamas. Contrary to most press reports, it's also being done in an entirely calm and peaceful manner. Yeah, but again, that's good. However, I don't like the fact that there was no systems like that other Gazan man said. And he said, all who want to see aid to those who need it and not Hamas should support GHF. Yeah, I still thought, I mean, but even with the criticism, it's the best we have. I do support the GHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which is American and it's Israeli approved. So let's actually, yeah. So when you say Gaza Humanitarian Association, a lot of people think like, oh, this is part of the anti-Israeli institution, but no, this is actually a pro-Israeli institution, right? So this is the one that we want to support. Oh yeah, Jewish. By the way, Jewish Samantha saying, please talk more about the Druze. Okay, I will reach out to the people because I scheduled a show with Druze thought leaders, and then I had everything ready, and then he was a no-show. Something came up and he didn't show up, and I was like messaging him, like, where are you? But I will reattempt that. Okay, I will reattempt that. But let's look at this part here. This is the problem with having guests. Sometimes you organize everything and then they just don't show up. But let's watch this.
Like most children around the world, they're not really interested in the canned vegetables. The crowd has showed no hostile intent. UG personnel, we're moving forward steadily. We're not pushing. We're just creeping up to move the line back or the crowd back so we can organize, at least send them back to disperse again later. Very positive sentiments. A lot of down with Hamas. They're very happy. They're very happy. This kid is coming by and getting everybody high five. He's very happy.
All right. Let me actually, there was 2 comments by you guys in the chat, but let me actually, I do also want to watch this from Netanyahu. But Jack was saying, why do UN officials accuse the GHF of weaponizing aid? I mean, it's weird that they say that because you can see the aid, like they're not even checking. I mean, that accusation might be, some people might believe that if they were checking who's getting the food, but they're not even checking who's checking the food. So how they're weaponizing the aid? I think they're saying that because it's challenging their legitimacy. I mean, because yeah, exactly. Bob is saying UNRWA is corrupt, and again, if somebody else is handing out food in a way that delegitimizes UNRWA, obviously they're going to see it as competition and they're going to take a position against it. So let's see. Netanyahu here was saying, let me actually see. He's saying when they're chanting Free Palestine, they're really saying destroy Israel, destroy the Jews. It's modern equivalent to this here. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because we might get demonetized. So it's saying the HH. He is 100% correct. I mean, should I play it? Because, I mean, if he says that, then we might get demonetized. Let me just.
You don't know this. The protesters themselves, many of them don't even know what they're chanting. When they're chanting Free Palestine, they're saying, really, destroy Israel, destroy the Jews. It's the modern equivalent of Heil Hitler. That's what it says. When they say from the river to the sea is a few kilometers here, and the river is a few kilometers there. It means the end of Israel. That's what they're chanting. So they bought the demonization. They bought the vilification of the one democracy that is fighting a just war with just means. And here's what happens when this spreads and it goes to the ICC. The ICC, the court that was supposed to establish really after the Holocaust in order to prevent another Holocaust. And the ICC declares that I, and former defense minister, effectively the state of Israel, they'll issue more decrees, we're the war criminals. What does it say to democracies? What does it say to free societies? It imperils your right of self-defense. It means that this tactic of implanting yourself in a civilian population while sending rockets and murderers to murder civilians, as you hide behind your own civilians, you are given effective immunity. And once this idea is implanted, it will spread and spread and spread. And spread to your own societies. So for the future of civilization, we can't have that.
Pretty on point here. By the way, I love how creative you guys are being to encourage people to like the stream. Yeah, guys, please like the stream. I'm not going to read this out loud because YouTube would demonetize us. But Torah Worldwide. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys in the chat, constantly encouraging other people to like the stream. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Also, yeah, Amir saying the people in the chat are much more creative than me, Armin. Much more creative than me too, Amir. Don't worry. But also, let's look at something beautiful. This lady, this beautiful Israeli soldier, was putting on a class.
Hi.
So she's saying, "I love teaching." So let's guys, class is in session. Let's listen to this. This is. I love beautiful teachers. Let's watch this.
Hi, I'm Noah Kochba, and welcome to my terminology lesson. Intifada, a call for a violent uprising and the killing of Jews, all Jews. The first and second intifadas were some of the bloodiest chapters in the history of this conflict, costing the life of both Israelis and Palestinians. Ethnic cleansing, rendering an area ethnically homogeneous by using force to remove groups from the area. Now let's look at some numbers. Gaza population has grown by almost 17% since 2017 and by 500% since 1967. Zionist, a person who believes that Israel has the right to exist in its homeland. That's it. Remember all the 6 million Jews who were killed because of persecution? We don't have anywhere else to go but here. If you call for humanitarian aid to the Palestinians, but still think that Israel has the right to exist in its homeland, well, you're a Zionist. So next time you say all these phrases you see online, make sure you know what you're wishing for.
All right, there's a second part. There's a part 2. I really like this lady. Let's watch this one too. These are pretty on point, by the way. Remember these. Oh, by the way, before I do part 2, Darko just gifted 5 memberships. Guys, if you just became a member, make sure you go check out our member-only shows because they're really, really good. The people who are member, they said that they always leave comments on the member-only shows. They say that they're really good. So make sure you go watch that. And I'm going to have more member-only streams. And also becoming a member is a really good way to support this channel. And thank you, Darko, for getting us more members. I really appreciate that, right? Thank you. And yeah, guys, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to become a YouTube member. The best way. And also, Angry Keyboard Warrior, thank you so much for the super chat, saying the best argument the pro-Hamas side has now is to compare a picture of the GHF aid distribution lines to Nazi concentration camps. Wow. Okay. Yeah, not much argument there at all. I mean, that's a good picture to. That's an anti-Hamas image, though. They're like, oh, look at these pictures. They're like, wait, yeah, look at these pictures. That is an anti-Hamas video. That's an anti-Hamas video. What are you doing? Like, oh, look at this. This. The fact that they think that works for their propaganda shows that I don't know. They're not very smart. Which I mean, Hamas knows that there are a lot of idiots on their side, so it doesn't have to make really good arguments. To be fair, but again, thank you, Angry Keyboard Warrior. Thank you for the super chat. Let's watch the second part, and then I also want to show you another video from Emily, our very own friend of the show, Emily Schreider. So let's watch this first.
Hi, I'm Noah Kochba, and welcome to my terminology lesson. Genocide, a deliberated attempt to intentionally destroy a whole population. Does it make sense to say that Israel is committing genocide when in fact the IDF called the citizens in Gaza to evacuate to the south so they wouldn't get hurt? Occupation. Military control by a ruling power over a territory that is outside of that power's sovereign territory. Well, the facts are that Israel left Gaza in 2005. Since then, the Gaza Strip has been under the control of Hamas. How is that an occupation? So next time you say all these phrases you see online, make sure you know what you're wishing for.
Okay, that was good. It's good. It's good that we're getting more activity by the pro-Israeli side on social media. That's good. Anyways, the last thing I want to show you guys, it has nothing to do with Gaza or Israel, but there's something happening in Iran that I want you guys to know about. As an Iranian myself, because the truck drivers in Iran are on nationwide strikes. I see it as a responsibility for me to let you guys know, but I could do that while also promoting Emily Schreider, because she has the best takes and keeps you updated on the most important information on all her accounts. So follow her everywhere. I'm following her on X, and I could basically talk about the truck drivers and nationwide strikes in Iran. And actually, when she said this, she said across 125 cities. Last time I checked, it's now 140 cities. So I'm hitting two birds with one stone. Nothing against birds though. But I'm basically promoting Emily, and at the same time also telling you about what's happening in Iran. So let's listen to Emily here. Oh, she's speaking Persian. I didn't expect that. She's saying, I support the nationwide strikes. Oh my gosh, she's speaking Persian. I've never heard her speak Persian. She's not Iranian. And the nationwide strikes and the strikes and Iran's truck drivers, I support them. Brave people of Iran. Wait, is she learning Persian? What? Stand with the strikes. Be the voice of the Iranian people. Oh my God, I love her. Oh, I love Emily. Okay, look at this. She's saying currently Iranian truck drivers are on strike nationwide across 125 cities in Iran for 6 days and counting. By the way, among all Israelis, I've never seen anyone as much as Emily supporting the Iranian people. That's why we love her. On the Persian side, we love Emily, right? She dedicates a lot of her activism supporting the Iranian people, but her other takes are amazing as well. She's always been on point. Like, I've never seen ever, like, I'm sure at some point I'm going to disagree with something she says, but I haven't seen a take of her that has been bad. So she continues here and saying, and a great risk to their own safety over the regime's incompetence, I fully support the nationwide strikes and encourage everyone to show support for these strikes. Be the voice of the Iranian people and help the people bring their regime down. Well, thank you, Emily. Amazing. Love her. All right. Look at this idiot saying Emily is a genocide supporter. Do you guys have any arguments? Like, do you guys just like, oh, genocide, occupier, apartheid? Like, do you guys actually have arguments, or do they just keep repeating these buzzwords? Like, you have nothing. You have nothing. We have arguments. You just like, yeah, occupier, imperialism, apartheid, genocide. Like, you guys don't know what these words mean. You guys have no idea what any of these words mean. Anyways, so I'm gonna go get ready for the Persian show. I'm gonna get ready for that. Yes. So make sure you like the stream. Make sure you support us by subscribing, by hitting the bell notification, by recommending this channel. Please recommend this channel to everybody as long as it's safe. Okay. The least you could do is like this show. I appreciate all the people who supported the channel today, but financially, but there are also non-financial ways. Their maximum support means liking the channel, subscribing, hitting the bell notification, leaving a comment, and then clicking the share button so that you could recommend this video. Okay, more people need to see this. Let me thank the people who are the most active. Jack Johnson was the most active person in the chat today. Thank you. But by the way, the activity in the chat actually makes YouTube recommend the show to more people. So the more active you are, it helps. So thank you for that. So thank you, Jack. YABS was the second active person. Thank you. And then Paul was the third most active person. I appreciate all you guys, that your activity in the chat really helps grow the channel. So thank you to all of you. And I'm going to work on a member-only stream soon. I'm thinking of looking into the history, the real history of Iblis, which is the Lucifer of Islam, the devil himself. So I'm going to do a members-only stream, basically trying to analyze his real history, not the Islamic version of it, but his real history from academic perspective. All right, so if you're into that, become a member. If you're into like looking at Islam in a more objective way, like through an academic lens, it's history, it's real history, not the history that Muslims will tell you, become a member, because we're doing a lot more of those shows. Okay, and that's also a good way to support the channel. I also want to thank D and Amir in the chat, and Darko and Muhammad and all the other admins that were here today. Okay, so thank you all of you guys, and till next show. Bye. Mwah. Like the stream, like.